All right. Hello, Crystal. Thank you so much for joining us on this DLJC series. We're here to talk about your entrepreneurial journey, how you balance that with being a mom. So I know you have a very busy schedule. I am going to give you the floor if you could introduce yourself to the community.
Hi, everyone. My name is Crystal Samuels. Um, I want to say I started my entrepreneurial goals a couple of years ago, just trying to focus on things that were purposeful, trying to build a legacy for myself and my son and our family to come, generations to come, and to set a precedence for future generations.
Okay, wonderful. That's really wonderful. Nowadays, that's how we have to do it. A
Hmm.
job alone is not gonna suffice to
All right.
beat this inflation. So thank you for that intro. I know you say in your intro that you have a son. Can you kind of give us a background on your family structure?
Sure. So, in terms of home life, it's me and my son. It's just me and my son. He's
Okay.
he's 20 now. He's in college, so he's still here with me. Yeah.
You sound super happy about that.
I'm fine. I'm you know what? I'm fine with it. He's a really good young man. He's working through
Okay.
some things. He's working through the balancing of going to school and working on his budgeting. I think, it would be nice if he decided to go away, but he didn't want to, and
Hmm.
that's okay.
Right.
I think this is the season for both of us to expand and explore. Like, our dynamic has shifted since he graduated from high school. So
Of
I've
course.
tried to pull, like, I'm still his mother, right?
Yes,
But
of
just
course.
pull away a little bit more. So now it's all about him doing his own thing. So essentially, I'm trying to run our household as if we are roommates, but just with a little more motherly respect. Since he's older, right? So he has responsibility. He has bills he has to pay. He has budgets that he has to take care of and maintain, because the goal is to give him things that I never had when I was his age.
Right.
Where So just a little bit of background about me. Personally, when I was 18, I was actually kicked out of my parents' house and I had to
Oh, I'm
kind of
sorry
fend
to
for
hear that.
myself. Yeah, I've had to fend for myself since then, since I was 18.
Oh, wow.
And I never wanted him to go through anything like that. So him being here still, when I guess traditionally children go off to college and go off
Right.
on campus,
Right.
it's okay, because this is the opportunity for him to save up. He could potentially leave our household and purchase a home, right?
Exactly.
Because he's
Exactly.
home. So that's what
Exactly.
we're working on building, where he's able to purchase his items and things. So he's set up starting from now, give him a really good start to his
Exactly.
adult life. That is the ultimate goal. So I'm fine with the way it is here right now.
And I second that because that's the whole point of us having businesses because we want the next generation to be better than the prior. So
Mhm. Mhm.
it, I mean you would not believe how much money you saving by him being home.
Oh no, I know.
I have my second one's in college and my
Okay.
third one's about to go. So I
Awesome.
definitely understand saving a bucket is
Mhm.
really yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Okay, perfect. So it sounds like you guys have a great setup because I know at that age also that's when they're really, bucking more and thinking that they have come up. Like you can say anything to them. So
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
glad to hear.
yeah, I was gonna say, fortunately, Josh is a really good young man. He's quiet. He's
Hmm.
kind of an introvert. So, we don't have any huge issues really. So I'm
Hmm.
grateful,
Yeah.
because I know it could be different.
Yeah, yes,
So,
definitely. Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Okay, so if you could talk to us about the type of business that you have, and then how do you balance that with your son? And I know he's a young man at this stage, so there's not a lot of hands-on, so to speak, like
Mhm.
someone maybe with a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old.
Mhm.
But what type of business do you have, and what are some of the challenges that you run into the business?
Okay, that's a good question. So I will start with your first part of the question. So although I try not to do the hand holding because he's a little older. If I'm being transparent, my son, he does have a few intellectual disabilities. So
Okay.
he needs a little bit more support, especially with the college situation where they have all of these assignments due, and then they don't have the structure that they had in high school with him having a 504 plan and that
Okay.
guidance and support. So the transition has been interesting, and
Okay.
we are working through that. So I think that's also a benefit to him being home
Right.
because I can assist when needed. I see when he's struggling, when he says he's fine, I know he's not. And
Right.
then I can just kind of pick up, you know.
Okay.
So that's helpful in the sense, right?
Mhm.
Um, Now, in terms of the businesses, this is a really good question. I actually have two side businesses that I'm currently pursuing. So one is I recently, about a year ago, I was certified to be a life coach. So
Okay.
I am a self-confidence life coach.
Oh
Right.
wow, that's interesting. I love the title.
Yeah, so honestly, my sister branded me self-confidence because I took the training, I did the courses, and I've been posting videos, and all of my friends and my close family, I'm
Mm,
always giving them advice, and they call me. And she said, "Well, what are you going to brand yourself? What are you going to be? You're a life coach, but you need a niche. You need, your own thing." And I'm like, "I don't know." She was like, "You should be a self-confidence life coach because you always make me feel better."
right,
And I give that support, and it's just something I didn't think about. I think that's like a gift because it's something that comes naturally, and I didn't think of it like that. It was more so
right,
it came to her. So shout out
right.
to my sister. I appreciate
Yes, yes, shout out to her for sure.
yeah. So that's a part. This is self-confidence life coach. I started to post videos on TikTok and all of my social media. So I try to do it daily, at least Monday through Friday. It's not all the way consistent right now, but I do that. And I recently did get two clients
Okay,
who actually I don't have a website up yet. I'm working on that. That's what I'm kind of trying to work on this week while I'm off.
okay,
Um, but two people they kind of asked me or solicited me because of the advice I give them when I'm
okay.
telling them that I'm a life coach. So first two clients, very exciting. Those are going really, really well. Um,
Congratulations.
thank you. And then my second side business or my own business is I recently started my own Mary Kay business. So
Okay,
I am an independent beauty consultant. I just started
okay.
that in January.
Okay, so that's a new baby.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to a coworker's her launch party.
Okay,
Oh, I just wanted to get a couple of products because I take care of my skin. A part of self-love and self-care and being a self-confidence life coach, you have to take care of yourself anyway.
right.
You have to
Right.
practice what you
It's in
preach.
the name, right?
Right. You can't walk around looking all crazy and your people like it just doesn't work. So you have to take care of yourself and practice what you preach. So with so with that, I'm like, you know what? I have these dry patches on my cheeks
Mm,
because of the winter. I just need some products, and I wanted to support another Black owned woman business, right? I'm very supportive when it comes to that. I want us to grow and thrive and help build each other up. I'm very
exactly.
keen on that.
Right.
So when I went, I left an independent beauty consultant. It was just like, you could do this, right? Because I'm literally with the instructor. There was a director there, and she
Mm,
was doing the helping with the class. And I'm telling her, like, you need this, and what about this product? And then, I was told you need to use your fingers under your eyes because that's
mhm.
the weakest. I'm like pretty much having a
So
conversation
you so
with
you
her.
became the consultant. And she's like, wait a second here. What's
Right.
going on here?
She's like, you could do this, right, Crystal? I'm like, I could. And then the thing about it too is it falls in line with the self-confidence life coaching
It does.
because building people up, helping motivate and inspire and building up that self-love and that
Mm,
self-care. So it works in tandem. So
it does. It
it's
does.
just it's the way I think the way God works because I hadn't planned on any of it, right?
Right, right.
So honestly, within the past 2 years, I've started two of my own business. Like saying it out loud is it's interesting. Like it's just like
Yeah.
literally within the past 2 years, right? I've started two businesses independently. So
That's
I can brand
amazing.
myself entrepreneur now, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Power to you, my
Thank you.
sister.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Diane.
Congratulations. I mean, that is amazing because I know even with one business starting from scratch, it
Hmm.
is a load of work. I was just
Yes.
talking with a colleague yesterday, and
Mhm.
it's like when you think about it, like you mentioned earlier, you had to build your business. I mean, you had to build your website. It's just like so many elements that have to come together
Mhm.
because at the very beginning, the budget is not necessarily there where you could hire all these
Mm-mm.
people. So you really had to be, a jack of all trade. And I know with that comes challenges. So
Yes.
what are some of the challenges you have seen so far?
Time. I don't
Yeah,
literally, especially since I work. As I
yeah,
mentioned to you, I work full time and then I have a part time too.
yeah.
The part time, the intent was the part time is to supplement my businesses, right? So I could have